the cop and the killer, are in love with the same woman. When the cop, when he's chasing a killer, and he had to become him. So whatever the killer do, he just did the same way, like the killer tried to protect the girl. The next scene, the cop doing the same thing, saving the girl and fighting with the thug, And then a little later, the killer having so much of sympathy and love with the girl. Unfortunately, Charlie Ye only gave me 45 shooting days. And then after her part, most of the part got done, she flew away with her boyfriend. And she fly away to Switzerland, to ski, So I got no access to continue to shoot the scene. So I changed the whole concept right away, changed it into about the friendship. And then the cop and the killer become friends, and then they're fine, and then I gave them more scene for the both character. I really admire Chow Yun-fat, as a friend, as a great actor. He's so humble, But in the meantime, I think we have a lot of things in common, like we both came from the bottom. And then we both have been struggling so hard to survive. And then we had to try so many different, opportunity, try to prove ourselves. We both have a goal of honor. We almost have the same idea about life, about everything, about love, about family, about the traditional value, something like that, When we work together, we don't need to speak too much, just like Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese. It seems to be we have known each other from heart, We know how we feel, So. But in the meantime, I always can see myself from him. Just look just like a mirror, and then I know he's a technique, he's a skill, and then he's a talent, and I knew how he react to anything, And then Chow Yun-fat had never do any complaint on me, and especially when we were shooting the action sequence. But in the meantime, I love noise. I love the real noise. So the gun barrel scenes, I like to hear the real gunpowder, sound. Bah, bah, bah. And I never wear the AirPods. Never in my life. I like the sound. And I like the explosion. Sometimes a much bigger explosion. And I need the explosion real close to the actors. Sometimes it got too close, and the frame, and the debris, and also we hit the actor, and sometimes his hair got burned, something like that, But he never, like to complain, just want to see me happy. Every crew member, they usually have signed a contract with only for 45 shooting days, because they in the old time, the Hong Kong movie was made with a very low budget. They only can afford 45 to 60 shooting days. But my schedule for the killer, I was thinking it was 90 to 100 shooting days. One of the filmmaker has said, that to make a movie in Hong Kong, pretty much like a beggar. Whenever you set the camera on a street or any corner on the street, the police will come right away and throw you out. Get out, get out, get out, get out. So that's why all the action sequence we have to shoot in the countryside or inside a warehouse, because there's so many rules. Danny Lee, he's a big friend of mine. He got a big passion about movies, and he used to play playing the cops or something, a tough guy, the kind of, but he's a good guy, always fighting for the justice, and as a friend, he like to do any help, for my movies. When we saw the scene, the first appearance of the cops, he was chasing a bad guy, on the street. At that time, we didn't get a permit, but we just shot it. We just shot it with a handheld camera, and then see him holding a gun and chasing the bad guy. And then all of a sudden, I came up with the idea: how about okay, let the bad guy running into the tram, and then he follow and jumping into the tram, and then the bad guy holding a woman as a hostage, and then he shot the bad guy with instantly. And then when we shot that moment, since we didn't get a permit, I wanted to look real, and I wanted, and I want the gun loaded, blank, so it's going to be pretty loud, the gunshot, We were so worried, can we get that shot, or not? But then he said, what the hell, let's do it, I have good relationship with the police force, never mind, go ahead, do it, John, whatever you want. While we're doing the scene, and they should fire the gun, shoot the bad guy. And then it was in a very noisy and busy street. We could see, from the train, we can see the outside window, and the whole street from both sides, all the people, they all tucked down on the ground. Oh shit! What happened? Whatever. And then the police came and fire department came, and then yeah, what happened? What did you guys do? No, we were just making a movie. Whose idea was firing the gun? And then they said, I do. Oh, Mr. Lee, it is you. Okay. All right, that's all right. And then no more happened for next time, Okay. When I established, the cover the killer, they both, try to fight for the justice and defend for the justice, and they both have a cool honor. But somehow I feel so much sad about the world. The world, the people usually will turn the heaven into hell, and we not really could do anything about it. So and then I came up with the idea, how about let's have a gun battle scene in a church, and then we see the church having damaged, by all those bad guys. I like the idea because I'm a Christian myself, so I just feel so sad about it, and especially I love the Catholic Church. I think that the Catholic Church is really very beautiful, There was the idea, and then by the meantime, the movie was about redemption. Like the killer, he tried to redeem himself, and then so he like to stay in the church because he feels so upset what he had done, and then he realized that what he had done was wrong. And he always wanted to make a change, and by the meantime, the blind girl was the symbolic of the good side of the human being. So that's why he tried very hard, try to save the girl, to save the goodness from the earth. The people from the studio, they didn't look good on the film, and they didn't have any high hope, on the film. But me and Sir Hawks, we know very clear, we knew the movie gonna be special, Before the movie release, we usually have some kind of a midnight show. The midnight show usually pretty tough. The midnight show is usually for the very tough audience. If they are not happy with the movie, they would yell, do you know how to make a movie? Yeah, you piece of garbage, So when we did a Midnight Show, and me, Joe and Van and Terry Hawk and everyone, we sit on the back. We were so nervous because we didn't know how the audience react. Me and him just keep smoking. Just at the time you can smoke in the theater, and then we keep smoking. So, oh, why the audience so quiet? Even the gun battle sequence, the audience just no, they couldn't hear any big reaction. We were shit, it's gonna be a disaster, After the movie finished, the theater still keep quiet, and then we heard some and the clapping and the applause, getting louder and louder and louder and louder, and then the whole theater, they clapping crazily because the audience was so moved by the movie, didn't know how to react. I even heard some of the mob boys that had seen the movie, they cried. So they clapped together. We feel so relaxed, and then we ran out. When me and Joe went out the theater, the audience, rushing out. They chasing both of us. They are chasing Joe and Joe and all of a sudden. And at that night, he became a superstar. After that, the movie became a legend. And he broke all the Hong Kong movie record. Not only a Hong Kong movie, even they broke all the Western movie record, all the record.